Will we believe in Shane Steichen at the end of the 2022 season?
Whoa, man, you got some tough ones, man.
Yeah,
The Steicher. Wow. Will we believe in the double S, the offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen, who will be calling the plays? And they made it very clear. He took over in the middle of last year, and he has play calling duties this year going into the season. Agreed. All right, let's jump to the next one here. Will we believe in Shane Steichen at the end of the 2022 season?
Whoa, man, you got some tough ones, man.
Yeah,
The Steicher. Wow. Will we believe in the double S, the offensive coordinator, Shane Steichen, who will be calling the plays? And they made it very clear. He took over in the middle of last year, and he has play calling duties this year going into the season.
Man, you give us some good ones, Rob.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll let Barrett go first.
You will let me go first. Well, I mean, I think that I think that Nick took a positive step forward by, not looking back and wanting to call plays just because he's the head coach and he can do it.
Yeah,
I think he understands that Steichen is very good at what he does, and he was able to formulate an offense that was more conducive to the players that he had in that offense. He understood that, he had, a solid 1.5 receiving core that, 1.5 guys that can go out there and be solid participants in the passing game.
Mm-hmm.
And now that he has some reliable guys to go out there and catch the ball, I think you're going to see a substantial difference on how he approaches this game. He ran because he had to. He literally had to. And I think they're going to turn the corner with Hurts. I know they're going to turn the corner with Hurts in the passing game because he knows full aware of what his quarterback can do. I don't think you're going to put him in a position where he's not going to be successful.
Right.
And, that's the biggest thing right there. Yes, we're talking about Jalen Hurts and his ability to do it, but I think Shane Steichen understands what he does best. Is going to put him in a better position by calling plays that best fit his skill set. They had just met Jalen Hurts, in the spring.
Right.
They've had a year under their belt. So this is, going into their second year. They're going to be better at knowing what he does best, what he doesn't do best, what plays they call, the plays that they're going to call for him are going to really highlight what he is as a player and also highlight the receivers and everybody else around him. They have weapons now. So am I confident in his ability to call plays and make this offense shine? Yeah, I have a lot of confidence. More confidence I have in Gannon, but especially since he knows he can run. That's always a feather in his cap. He knows he always had a bird. He has a bird in the hand. Now the passing game hopefully will be more than just two in the bush. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so more confidence in Steichen than Gannon for Barrett. How about you, Derek?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Anytime a head coach turns over the play calling to his OC, that means they're on the same wavelength. They think the same way in down and distance and situations like that. And the head coach says, okay, we're on the same page, and they will collaborate. Just because Steichen, calls the plays doesn't mean that there won't be a discussion on the sideline. And of course, the final say obviously is Sirianni's. But it does, the fact is, it takes a little bit more pressure off of Sirianni because he can focus on other things during the course of a game as well. So yes, I do think Steichen will be all right in that regard, and I think we'll be talking about more positives than negatives when the season comes to a conclusion.
Okay. I am a believer. I like what I saw last year. I like a coach who's willing to adapt. I like a coach who's willing to maybe go outside of his comfort zone or what his head coach's comfort zone or his organizational's comfort zone is to win football games. And I think that applies, guys, to in-game this year. So, all right, maybe we thought this was what we wanted to do, but this isn't working. So let's scrap it, man. Let's do whatever we have to do to get through this day and come out with more points than the other team. Yep. And if it's not pretty, who cares? We'll pound the ball. Or guess what? We got to throw it 35 times. Whatever. I see an adaptable coach who I think understands his personnel pretty well. And I think, like we've been talking about a lot here, has more toys at his disposal now with A.J. Brown and has more ability to do some things here with this team than he had last year. I thought he did a pretty darn good job last year, all things considered, from a talent standpoint. So I think we are going to like him. And let's face it, in a lot of ways, a coach is only as good as his players. And this offensive coordinator has a really good offensive line. He has A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith on the outside and Dallas Goedert at tight end, and a good running attack. That's going to make an offensive coordinator look better. So I think we will, at the end of the year, feel good about Shane Steichen.
I agree.
Let me hit you with one more future before we get a timeout here, guys.
Do we have some more after the break too? This is fun.
We got. I'm going to keep the football stuff rolling. We're going to do NFL storylines, guys, which is going to be really fun. I got some good ones for you with this. Here's the question: will we view the 21, which is last year draft, and the 22, which is this one that just happened? Will we view the 21 and 22 drafts for the Eagles as the best back-to-back in Eagles history?
Whew. Eagles history? Wow.
Right. I mean, that's tough because I mean, not my draft, but the year after my draft.
Wow.
Yeah, there's been some good ones, but putting them together like that.
Right, like 96 and 97, you got a Hall of Famer, and then you got Jeremiah Trotter. I mean, you had a lot of guys in the 96 and 97 draft. I got to look that up, man.
Okay. All right, let me rephrase it. Will we look back and say these were, without comparing them specifically, two of the better drafts in Eagles history?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I'll say that. Yeah. I mean, woo. Wow, you let us off the hook. Good.
Yeah. He really let us off the hook. Yeah.
I gave you a break with that one. Yeah.
Wow, I agree. I agree with that. Again, we got to see these guys play this year, but I think just the way they drafted and who they drafted in this draft, we look at the productivity they got out of their draft last year. The biggest thing is they finally got some players out of the SEC. Like Howie Roseman said, his boss and his granddad asked him, "Why are you not drafting more kids from this conference?"
Right.
And I think he's finally learned his lesson after all these years, and it's shown. It's shown in the way these guys have played and made the transition. You look at Dickerson, you look at Devontae Smith from last year, and you look at the potential they have this year. They got two more guys from the SEC, and what they could give to this team. So yeah, I think we'll look back on this in a few years and say this is one of the better drafts in Eagle history back to back.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at it with considering what you got from Devontae and Landon Dickerson, and who I think are like standouts, and then guys are going to be really good contributors like Milton Williams and Gainwell, as your first four. If Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean, we'll see about Juergens because he could be a wait and see, which would be a good thing for the Eagles. That means Kelsey's playing. But if those two guys can play, that is a killer 1-2. I mean, that's a killer 2 years right there for Howie. And there does appear to have been a focus more towards SEC and the bigger conferences away from the Pac-12 or whatever, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good thing. Maybe he too was learning from his past mistakes. So, all right, that was, maybe I will do some more futures tomorrow. I'll come up with some that we can.
Oh, come on, man.
There's only so many. I'm out of bullets, man. I gave you what I had.
No, those were great. Wow.
I mean, it was great, man. Even this last one, man. Like, I would have to say yes, simply because they were going to cut. Well, they did cut Fletcher Cox. You know what I'm saying? Because they have guys that can back them up. They legitimately have draft picks that are filling the void for them and contributing these last 2 years.
Hey, by the way, we love everybody jumping in the comment section. It's awesome. It really is good, man. Just keep it rolling. That's for sure. We appreciate it. All right, so we come back. We will continue with the football discussion. We'll do some broader NFL stuff. I'll give you a little preview of one of them. Will Lamar Jackson get paid before this season starts? Is along the lines. I'll hit you with Deshaun Watson. I'll hit you with the Rams. I'll hit you with Brady. I will hit you with San Francisco. I will hit you with the Buffalo Bills, the AFC West. We're going to be all over the place with this one. A little later, we'll do some Phillies. I'll update you on the NHL. And we got a good birthday today. And, of course, a big significant thing that took place on this day back in the day. We will do all those things. When we get back, we are Sports Take, JAKIB Sports YouTube Network. Derek Gunn, Barrett Brooks, Rob Ellis. All right, I want to tell you about cybersecurity when it comes to Razor technology. Protecting data is a security imperative for all businesses of all sizes. Choose a partner like Razor Technology with expertise in the latest threats and proactive tools to lock down everything endpoint with a zero trust approach that makes certain only authorized users gain access to your systems. Razor delivers enterprise-wide insight every component, of a security plan across the identity, devices, information, apps, and infrastructure with threat prioritized recommendations. We design, deploy, manage, and monitor security solutions that enable modern business to safely communicate, collaborate, and thrive in the modern marketplace, whether they are working in person or remotely, on internal infrastructure, or in the cloud, and in every possible hybrid arrangement. Choose Razor Technology to protect your assets, establish an organized, wide security posture, and force safe practices to identify and access management and secure hybrid and remote workforces. Call Razor Technology today, 866-797-3282, or visit them online, razor-tech.com. That is razor-tech.com.